You're watching ABC Chicago, your news now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Mr. Tift.
And I'm Miss Whistler.
And you're watching ABC Chicago. Today, we have some big stories for you, such as 5 cats stuck in trees. That's up from 3 cats last week. Isn't that crazy, Miss Whistler?
That is insane.
I know. But there are some other things happening outside these walls, such as...
We're going to look at the weather today. We have quite the forecast in store for us. And we're going to take a sneak peek back in history to talk about natural disasters.
Wow, I can't wait.
I hope you're ready for what we have in store for you today. Now here's Mr. Tift with the 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Miss Whistler. As you can see, our high for today is 88, and it is warm and humid. The beginning of this weekend would be a good time to get outside, as the high is going to stay in the high 80s. 88 and 86 are the highs for Saturday and Sunday, and our low this whole weekend is 72. It does look like it's going to get a little stormy, so you might want to get outside at the beginning of the weekend so that you get your fun in the sun out of the way before it gets worse. The beginning of this next week is continued to be in the upper 80s. It is going to be 86 for Monday through Thursday as of right now, and our low is 74. It looks like our weather could get a little worse as we continue on through the week. Now, you may be thinking, is this normal for this time of year? Well, let's see. So for this time of year, we normally do see temperatures in the 80s. Our average temperature is 83. The average annual precipitation is 33.2 inches. Isn't that crazy? So, it's not surprising that we will see some rain this weekend. We are known to be the Windy City. Average wind speeds range from 8 to 12 miles per hour. So it is to be expected that we are experiencing these windy conditions this weekend. As you can see, this cold front from the west is moving in to our area, the Chicagoland area, and this warm front from the east is moving in at the same time. Together, they are combining to cause these windy conditions. This is showing that it could lead to a tornado or strong winds at the very least. But there's no need for you to worry, because we will let you know as soon as we know if something gets worse.
Thank you, Mr. Tift. With so many residents of Chicago preparing for the upcoming tornado season, we are reminded of another great tornado that struck the heart of Chicago over 90 years ago. The Great Tri-State Tornado is considered the deadliest tornado in U.S. history, and it struck the Chicago area in March 18, 1925. This tornado covered a large portion of the Midwestern and Southern United States. Despite efforts of residents to get to a secure location, the Tri-State Tornado killed over 695 residents. And the track left by the tornado was the longest recorded through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. So please take necessary precautions and to get to a secure location in the event of a tornado this season. This just in, breaking news. We'll head to Anita with the top story.
We interrupt this report for breaking news! A tornado has plagued the city of Chicago! Early this morning, gusts of 60 miles per hour or more were swirling through a great weather front! Residents of Chicago are currently taking cover in the confines of their basements! Please, get to safety! You should cover your head and duck under a table or something like that! Get to safety, Chicago! This is Antonita signing off!
We interrupt your regular programming for a word from our sponsors.
Do you ever wake up confused in the morning, wondering, what direction is the wind going anyways? Well, I have a solution for you. It's called a wind vane. A wind vane tells you which direction the wind is going. Yes, it sure does. Is it going north or is it going south? I don't know. Let's see. It's not working just quite right, but you should buy one and it'll work right for you. You can find it at your local hardware store. Why do you wonder? Why would you need a one in Chicago? Because you know Chicago is the Windy City, and this will tell you what direction the wind is going. That's why you need to buy one at your local hardware store. See you next.
Thank you for joining us on ABC Chicago this evening. I'm Miss Whistler.
And I'm Mr. Tift.
Signing off.
Have a good evening. such as 5 cats have been caught in trees this week alone. That's up from 3 cats last week. Isn't that crazy? I was doing so good.
I'm sorry, but you forgot. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Mr. Tift.
And I'm Miss Whistler.
Thank you for joining us on ABC Chicago on this dark and stormy Friday night.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Whistler. As you can see, today the high is 88. Very hot and humid. And as well it's accompanied by wind. See you next time on Cousin Eugene's Informative Initiation.